Hallo und herzlich willkommen auf meinem Kanal. Heute geht es weiter mit Ace Combat 7, der Top Gun Version, in Folge 2. Charts of Anime. Bin gespannt, wie es weitergeht, auch in der Story. Los geht's!
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usean peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Useans, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. Today, Osean airstrikes was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia on the opposite side of the Eusian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Okay. Weiter geht's mit dem Briefing. Auf Deutsch gesagt haben wir eigentlich alles verloren in Oseas. Oseas, oder wie auch immer es heißt.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Eusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Eusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Okay. Wir haben da Bodenziel zum Angreifen. Und er meinte halt auch, wenn wir da halt angreifen, später irgendwie Luft kommt. Es kommt halt drauf an, dass man besser klarkommt. In dem Fall nehme ich hier ein Flugzeug, also die F-18-Variante heute, von der Top Gun Edition 37, ja hier die F-18E. Ich muss halt gucken, was der für Waffe hat, dass ich halt überlege, was nehme ich da jetzt, was nehme ich da nicht. Also ja, deutlich hat hier diese Gun Missile, Ground Missile, hört sich eigentlich ziemlich gut an. Da können wir auch mit dem System auch schon fortfahren.
Main Squadron, sorting ASAP.
Dann fliegen wir mal mit der F-18 mit der Rooster Fleet, im zweiten Teil von Top Gun. Das ist doch so wichtig.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and
So ist immer mehr.
Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, enemy aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Also halt Vorteil.
Page 2, walking. Do you have visual of
Eine
the
gute
anti-air
Distanz.
radar vehicles? They should be close. Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Wait on the vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Target has been destroyed.
The anti-air radar vehicle has been destroyed! They're going for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Range 2, they have a
Get
lock
the
on
fighters out there! Attack the radar vehicle!
They got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Sterling, being attacked by enemy aircraft! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. What's the commission? Move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
Hab das MG irgendwie verfehlt.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Hab mich nicht
Here they
gekriegt.
come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay
Oh,
attention to
ich habe immer die
Informationen.
Schiffsraketen dabei.
The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via
Ja, da war was
satellite.
neben.
It's reliable, so trust your radars.
Nickel.
2 targets remaining.
Was ist es? Und irgendwo kommen Raketen her.
Nickel.
Jo. Hab die gefunden.
Target has been destroyed.
So, so ein Helikopter, weil es mir mal die Bodenzüge.
That's a miss. Range 2, they have a lock on
Ja, noch schneller.
There's one more to go.
Wow. So, hier irgendwo ist noch so ein Helikopter. Ja. Jetzt nehmen wir den Mix. Vorteil, bin halt sehr wenig. Ist halt weniger als der alte F-18.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The seekers can
Also,
sometimes
soweit ich weiß, 2006 nochmal geupgradet.
Page 2, missile away.
Sind da
Bullet 1,
Luftziele?
enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now. Page 2, walking.
Wenn ich auch sehe, wie ich länger hier überleben kann. Die wir noch später. Und ja, das bleibt mich an.
Target destroyed.
Oder nicht. Also ganz so nah ist eigentlich nicht so mein Ding.
Page 2 is flashed to bed.
Ey, zu nah sind, fliegen halt die Raketen immer gerne mal geradeaus. Am Ziel vorbei. Aber die Distanz noch okay, wenn es nicht die anvisiert wäre.
I've got him in my sights.
Aber das hält mich auf.
Don't eyes up in there. Wait, so you want us to take
Nehmen wir
down
die
the
gerade mit.
aircraft damage?
Wenn jetzt ein Vorteil, muss man auf 1 schießen, weil er explodiert das andere gerade mal mit.
I got him. He's mine.
Ich habe keine Lust, heute noch getroffen zu werden. Ich glaube, das auch klappt.
Goal 2, Fox 2.
Nickel.
So. So ein Mix. Die ich nicht
Not connect.
gekriegt habe. Ich soll immer von vorne immer so eine spezielle Sache.
Page 2, Fox 2.
Davon werde ich. Voilà. Haben wir noch eine? Soweit mein Stand ist. So.
All right, clean up that last radar vehicle. There's nothing in your
Das
way
ist schon
now.
Fußballschalter. Und irgendwo hier war noch so eins. Machen wir so.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Oh, to see the Erusian faces out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Machen wir erstmal die hier, weil die startet von der Bahn, die wir mal bauen. Man muss alles hier wegmachen, darf nicht stehen. Man hat nur dementsprechend Zeitraum dafür.
No, they're not linked to the radar yet. Launch manually. Redo the test.
Oh,
Here's some feedback with those forward.
ob ich das schaffe?
Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
3 targets remaining.
Boah. Hier brauchen noch 2 Raketen. Oder nicht? Man muss halt alles. Oh. Man muss halt alles halt wegmachen, damit halt das Spezialflugzeug auftaucht.
Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar.
Ich soll jetzt nicht auf der, steht hier auf der Bahn.
They're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones.
So.
Spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with
Ja, was genau?
UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys.
Halt dann hat er die nächste Zeit darf halt nichts mehr stehen bleiben. Ich
Counts
hab
of
Jester auch auf.
agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is number 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs.
Ich bin schon wendiger als jetzt
Bandits
schwierig.
are drones.
Das sind Drohnen von denen, die da in der Story hatten.
Destroy all enemy fighters and get out. It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant, you know? Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Jetzt.
He escaped into the clouds.
Alle da unten. Ich wusste gar nicht, vielleicht halt mit einem RB-Bisschen.
Missile, evade!
So. Da könnte schon mal eine Wiese.
On target 6.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Kann ich so gut ausweichen, wenn
You're
er
not gonna let
da
Mage get on the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Bandits are in the clouds. Not buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
So, der
You're
nächste.
doing good. Just 2 more. Box 2.
Ja, ich glaube nicht, dass er ihn kriegt. War zu weit außerhalb.
Aircraft is icing out here.
So,
I'm getting a
der
warning.
hier?
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
Don't ice up in there. 1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Alle erledigt.
Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
Hat versucht, wendig.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Hey, ohne Schaden. Richtig cool. Bin gut ausgewichen. So, hat ja eigentlich gut geklappt. Dann kommen wir auch schon zu den Ergebnissen. Taktiert Lasersystem. Hat praktisch, wenn es auch Waffensysteme. Man kann so mehr erfahren davon.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Okay, holen wir uns zurück, was uns gehört. Wir haben ein A geschafft mit 8 Minuten 57, ist okay. Und zu dem Mix noch, wenn man halt die nicht abschießt, bevor er sagt, zerstört alles, was ihr könnt, werden die halt auch rot. Und dann sind es halt so viele Ziele in der Zeit, man schafft es halt nicht. Deswegen aber Vorwerk machen, dann habt ihr auch die 3, ist einfacher. Man muss halt nur passend angreifen, da war mein Fehler. Okay, dann hoffe ich, es hat euch einfach gefallen, mit zuzuschauen. Über ein Like und ein Abo würde ich mich sehr freuen und ihr würdet mich auch dadurch unterstützen. Und dann würde ich sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal auf meinem Kanal Talisman Let's Play.